Hello, world and universe. Welcome to the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. And for all my continued followers, I want to say thank you. And this is an opinion-based video channel where I try to open your eyes and ears up to some of the travails and tribulations that take place throughout our cities, our states, our country, and sometimes around the world. And I just did a video yesterday on a dumb move and an illegal move that a San Diego police officer had done, transporting a female detainee to a detention center in San Diego, where he got caught in the back seat with the door locked with the female detainee, and subsequently he couldn't get out, had to call another officer, and they were wondering why was he in the back seat with the female detainee 5 minutes away from the detention center, where he turned off his body cam. They had GPS footage of where he was at, and he subsequently ended up getting fired. Well, I got one right out of Bartow, which is even worse. This police officer has to be the craziest and the silliest, one of the silliest officers I've ever heard of, and his behavior with underaged, teenaged female kids has gotten him in a world of trouble. And we're talking about sexual misconduct and the whole 9 yards. And he videotaped it and showed it to his fellow officers. What a dummy. And this gentleman definitely needs to be off the streets, and he does not need to have a badge as a police officer. Here we go. Bartow police officer arrested after sending video of naked teen girls to fellow officers, Sheriff Grady Judd said. Right out of Bartow, Florida, a police officer with the Bartow Police Department was arrested after Polk County Sheriff's Office detectives discovered that he had an inappropriate relationship with 4 teenage girls, according to the Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd. PCSO says 24-year-old Mark Anthony Fernandez, 24 years old, was charged on Tuesday with 4 felonies and 6 misdemeanors for events that occurred during the weekend of February 3rd, 2024. It makes me elated to arrest him and put him in jail, Judd said. This is a bad guy. According to investigators, now follow this story, Fernandez recorded a video of naked teenage girls that were in his home and sent it to fellow officers at the Bartow Police Department. Authorities say officers reported it to their supervisors. Our detectives learned that he had a video clip that he was sharing on Snapchat with people at the police department, and they looked at it and said, "Hey, these girls look underage," explained Judd. Since Fernandez's home is in Lake Wales, Bartow PD requested that PCSO investigate the incident. Deputies say they identified 4 girls involved in the incident, and the investigation revealed that 2 of the victims were 18 years old and the other 2 victims were 17 and 16. Judge says 3 of the victims went to Kathleen High School and one went to Auburndale High School. The sheriff's office believes Fernandez went to a party in Frostproof with the girls, which is still under investigation. According to the sheriff's office, Fernandez recorded several videos. Investigators say one video showed one of the 18-year-old girls wearing a Bartow PD jacket, while Fernandez directed the 17-year-old to commit an essay act on the other 18-year-old girl. According to PCSO, several of the videos showed the victims naked and with Fernandez in his house. Judge said Fernandez gave all 4 girls alcoholic beverages, THC vape pens, and THC gummies. According to detectives, Fernandez is also accused of touching and choking the 16-year-old in a bedroom in his house. He told one of the 18-year-olds and the 17-year-olds that he gets excited sexually from choking people. So he choked the 18-year-old girl unconscious. Did you hear what I said? He choked the 18-year-old girl unconscious, Judd said. She said that she allowed him to choke her, but he also choked the 17-year-old. And she said, I did not allow him to choke me, and he choked me so much that it scared me. The sheriff's office says Fernandez was booked at the Polk County Jail and charged with promotion of a juvenile in a sexual performance, use of a juvenile in a SX performance, battery by strangulation, illegal use of a two-way communication device, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, providing alcohol beverages to a person under 21 years of age. He was stupid enough to do it. Then he was really stupid to video it. Then he was really stupid to show it to his colleagues at work who said, time out, they're professionals. So you play stupid games. You win stupid prizes, Judge said. Fernandez worked for the Bartow Police Department from September 2020 until October 2021, and then went back to the Polk County Sheriff's Office from October 2021 to December 2022, before returning to BPD, according to Deputy Chief Walker. It's very disappointing, you know. We do very in-depth background checks. They go through psychological screening just to try to make sure we're picking the right candidates. But obviously, nothing's perfect, and people change, shared Walker. Officials say Fernandez has been on administrative leave since February, and his employment with Bartow PD is pending termination based on his arrest. PCSO says Fernandez has refused to resign. A judge set Fernandez bond during a first appearance on Wednesday afternoon. He has also ordered Fernandez to be under GPS monitoring. Man, what a story. And going back to the story that I did yesterday, the video on the San Diego police officer who got caught in the back seat with a female detainee that he was taking to the local jail. He was 23 years old, and now we have this gentleman who's 24 in Bartow, who has been in Bartow, Florida, who has been alleged to be involved with 4 underage teenage girls in many inappropriate and misconduct allegations that have been bestowed upon him. I don't know on the vetting. It almost sounds with some of these videos of police officers doing many of these inappropriate things with female teenagers is almost very similar to the scenario you're seeing with a lot of female teachers that are in their 20s that are having inappropriate relationships with preteen and teenage boys at middle schools and high schools. That makes you wonder, is it an age thing? Is it where a 23, 24, 25-year-old person doesn't feel like they're that far away from a 16, 17, 18-year-old person? So in their minds, they think that they are around the same age group. Well, the law does not think that that is okay, and that's why there are age requirements for consent. And this gentleman is a police officer who should know the basic laws of appropriateness and how to deal with people of age and of people under age. And for him to videotape it and then show it to his other comrades makes me think that maybe mentally this Bartow police officer is not working with a full deck of cards. He basically delivered all the evidence to his entire department on the sexual misconduct allegations that have been bestowed upon him with these 4 teenagers. He's at a party. He's got 4 teenagers. There was no way that this story was going to stay secret. So he must have had a huge lapse in judgment. He must be living in some kind of false utopian world that does not exist. But now the end result, if these allegations are true, he is going to get Mark Anthony Fernandez is going to get an immediate reality wake up call when he gets sentenced to prison. And not only he will have a double negative on his jacket, one being a police officer in jail, well, 3, one being a police officer in prison, 23 years old, his entire life is in front of him, and his allegations of sexual misconduct with teenage underage girls. The man is going to have a horrible existence in prison. He is going to have to be in PC his entire existence, being a police officer, being young, and what the allegations that have been alleged against him. He made a terrible mistake on several occasions, and it sounds like he wanted to hand deliver to the Bartow Police Department, the judicial system. He wants a one-way ticket straight to prison. Tell me what you think about this crazy story right out of Bartow, Florida, where this 24-year-old Mark Anthony Fernandez has been alleged to have had inappropriate relationships with at least 4 teenage girls, videotapes, choking, giving them THC gummies, THC vapes, providing them with alcohol while they're underage. He is going to have to plead guilty, and he will definitely spend time in prison. And thank God he has been removed from law enforcement down there in Bartow, because that kind of egregious behavior, one thing was going to lead to another, and he was going to eventually keep pushing the limit of the law, and he was going to probably do something even worse, if you can even imagine that. Tell me what you think. This has been the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth in a positive, righteous, and God-fearing way.